I'm Steve, here with Nicole, the gut girl. As always, thanks for being here, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we talk about things a lot. Um, you're a holistic nutritionist. We talk a lot about things that we shouldn't eat or put in our body, but we can also put things in our body through our skin, right?
Absolutely.
And, we're kind of talking before we turn this on. Like I put coconut oil on my face.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. And every Sunday
And
I do a mask on my hair for coconut oil.
look how beautiful my face is.
I
It's
know it's
coconut
very
oil.
beautiful.
And, you have to pay attention to what kind of deodorant you use
Yes.
and everything. But you were talking about it's kind of exciting because we're talking about these days, more and more people are becoming aware of their health and going, oh, wait a minute, I shouldn't do that, or I should do this. So you were kind of talking about a fad. I think that's what you're talking about on creams, lotions, things to put on your skin. Tell us about that.
So I'm hoping that this is not going to be a fad, that it's going to be a trend and that people do this more and more. I'm really trying to help to make everybody more aware of what to buy, what not to buy. So I have not recently, I've been probably doing this for the last couple of years, but it's becoming more and more out there of facial skincare, of using tallow or leaf lard from pigs. And it's definitely not the cheapest, but it is so beneficial to the skin. So, tallow is made from visceral fat from a cow, an elk, a deer, any of that kind of stuff. But it mimics our own natural oils, so it matches perfectly with our own skin. It also absorbs and replenishes A, D, E, and K. So that has really good cell regeneration, gives us good skin tone. I wish I would have known this way back when. So my girls are now using tallow or the leaf lard so that they don't have the same kind of collagen issues and saggy skin as I do going into my aging. But it helps protect the skin barrier also, which is huge. Leaf lard is actually from the the fat that surrounds the kidney of a pig. There's two different things going on here. So visceral fat can actually collect the bad stuff that you eat. So you always want to know where you're getting your tallow from. Don't just buy your tallow off any internet, social media platform. Know where it's coming from. Leaf lard comes from the kidney where it doesn't collect all of that kind of crap. That's why it's more expensive to buy. But it's really good for the same thing. ADK, it's actually very, very good too for sunburns, for skin issues, for acne, all of that kind of stuff. And you don't have to use a ton of it, so that it might be a little bit more expensive, but it lasts longer and it preserves our own skin tone.
Yeah, it really is amazing when you start to consciously be aware of what touches your skin.
Yes.
And um, beef tallow is
Mhm.
awesome, and it's great that they're putting them in these skincare products because compared to some of the other skincare products are really, really expensive, but it's like putting poison on your skin that goes right into your body, right?
It's synthetic. What you think is retinol is synthetic retinol, and it's just damaging. It's actually damaging in the long run. So you just have to keep upping and upping what you're putting on the skin. With this kind of stuff, you don't have to do that. It's our natural way of doing this. Back in the 1900s, this is what women used, and they didn't have acne problems. They didn't have eczema. They didn't have all these problems. There's a reason.
Yeah. And a lot of that can be what we're eating too. You mentioned all the fat soluble vitamins right there. You
Yep,
mentioned all of them.
absolutely.
So that's interesting. And it reminds me of my wife and I were on vacation a couple summers ago, and we saw this couple, and they had little kids, and they're just spraying them down with this
Ah,
sunscreen.
yeah.
They're, bless their hearts, they think they're doing something good, but I'm like, oh, don't put that on them. You're giving them a shower in that stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And it's just going straight
And
into their bloodstream.
where you mentioned it, it's like coconut oil
Mhm.
works as a sunscreen.
It does. It does, and helps as a protectant of a skin barrier. So it's really beneficial to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you think about putting coconut oil on your skin. It's oil. You would think it would burn you if you go out in the sun, but it's opposite.
It's actually, that's why it's so confusing. So that's why I want to shed some light on what is. I have completely changed my regimen and all through 2 summers now, I have not had a sunburn on my face since I've been using this.
Yeah, and I mean the sun is good for you. We know that you get a lot of but should you go out there for hours and
No,
bake yourself? No, of course not.
absolutely not.
So, as always, Nicole, we thank you for your input. If people want to find out more about your business and the services that you provide, and we didn't mention this in the last one, but you'll give people $100 off your initial program if they mention that they heard this video.
Yes.
So, how do they get a hold of you?
You can reach me at the gutgirl1@gmail.com, or you can find me on all social media platforms at the Gut Girl NV.
All right, Nicole, as always, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.